Hello and welcome back to my channel. Alaska Yankee here, coming at you with my NASCAR 2018 driver predictions. So starting off in the number 1 Chevy, sponsored by McDonald's, will be Jamie McMurray, or as I called him when I was little, Jimmy McFlurry. And in the number 2 Miller Lite Ford for Penske Racing will be Brad Keselowski. In the number 3, of course, will be Austin Dillon. No changes there. Same with the 4 of Kevin Harvick. In the 5, there will be a big change at Hendrick Motorsports. A little bit of shuffling going around, as Alex Bowman will take the number 5 ride away from Kasey Kahne. Trevor Bayne will stay with the 6 for at least one more year. But if he doesn't light a fire under his ass, he's going to get kicked out. And probably replaced with Chris Buescher or Ryan Reed. Danica Patrick is up next in the number 7 Chevy, sponsored by Golden Corral. I believe she will be kicked from her number 10 ride at Stewart-Haas Racing because she sucks. And coming up next will be the number 9 of Aric Almirola, with Richard Petty Motorsports going to another 2-car team this year, or this next year. Probably going to be sponsored by Smithfield or STP, or maybe some other sponsor will come in like Air Force. In the number 10 ride, we have Kasey Kahne coming in for Stewart-Haas Racing to replace Danica Patrick in the Aspen Dental Ford. In the number 11, Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota, sponsored by FedEx, still will be Denny Hamlin. And a big change coming to Penske Motorsports. That would be Ryan Blaney will turn from the number 21 Wood Brothers car into the 12 for Penske. Probably going to be sponsored by SKF. But who knows? It's going to be up in the air. It's pretty much a given now. And in the number 13 will be the Twisted Tea Chevrolet, driven by Ty Dillon from German Motorsports. Following him up is Clint Boywer, the number 14 Ford from Stewart-Haas Racing. Rickey Stenhouse Jr. in the 5th Third Bank car from Ralph's Fenway Racing. He will pilot the number 17 Ford. Kyle Busch in the 18, no changes here. He still will be sponsored by All Mars Products. Then Daniel Suarez will be driving the 19 again, with sponsors like Subway and maybe even GameStop this year, along with Aris security systems, or whatever you call them. High-speed modems. Yeah. GameStop will step up for Eric Jones in the number 20 as Matt Kenseth loses his ride this year. Elliott Sadler, I believe, will take over the number 21 Wood Brothers car. He drove for them in the early 2000s, and I think it'd be a good reunion, especially for them to have another veteran driver, even if they do it part-time. Joey Logano will take the number 22 this next year and run with it just like he always does. Probably going to be sponsored still by Pennzoil, AAA, and that's pretty much it. Reed Sorenson is moving to the 23. Chase Elliott staying at the 24. Not necessarily going to be the 25 for Will Byron, but I do believe he will get some starts next year. I don't know what car number or what sponsor. I just put the Chase Elliott Experience 25 Napa car from 2015 in there just to fill in a gap. Paul Menard and Ryan Newman will stay at their rides respectively in the 27 and the 31. The 32 still will hang with Matt DiBenedetto for the near future. Jeff Earnhart, same deal. Landon Cassill will stay at Furniture Row. Jeez, I am having some struggles today. And JT Daugherty Racing will still have Chris Buescher in the number 37 Kingsford Charcoal car. And in the 38, there will be a driver change. I believe that Cole Custer will take over for David Reagan. In the number 41 Ford from Stewart-Haas Racing and being sponsored by Monster and Haas will be Kurt Busch. Maybe even some races with Mobil 1 this next year. The Target Chevy will be still ran by Kyle Larson. Who knows if he's going to stay at Chip Ganassi. There might be some surprise changes. Who knows? And in the iconic number 43, Bubba Wallace will take the place of Aric Almirola, but Aric will still have his ride in the number 9 Ford. Probably going to be sponsored by STP. Bubba Wallace should have a good ride. And AJ Allmendinger in the 47 for JT Daugherty will probably be safe for the next couple of years in the 47 car. And, of course, you guys know that Jimmie Johnson's going to stay with Lowe's in the 48. Cole Wilt will drive the number 72. Who knows what make or brand. It always changes with these low-budget teams. And I believe that Matt Tiff will run the 77 part-time. Not even part-time, minimal. Martin Truex will stay in the Furniture Row Racing, number 78. Joey Gase will return with the 83 car. I believe that Matt Kenseth probably has the best shot of going to the 88 car to replace Dale Earnhardt Jr. Michael McDowell will stay at the 95 ride. Who knows what brand it's going to stay as. DJ Kennington is going to return to the 96 for at least one more year. And rounding out the list will be Ryan Reed, making a few spot starts in the number 99 Lilly Diabetes Ford for Roush Fenway Racing. Now, please do remember that these are just guesses, and, things are always changing. Right now, it's what people call the NASCAR crazy season, and things can change frequently. But anyways, thank you for watching, and have a good one.